we've got a lot of great celebs on the show today.
And good-looking men.
And good-looking men, not just me.
Not just you,
I know,
honey.
that's not what you meant.
We got Kevin Costner, we got J.D. Roberto, and Mr. Clint Black over there, too.
All right, well, as you said, Kevin Costner, two-time Academy Award winner. But he's
him.
much more than just sort of the big tough guy that you see on the movie screen sometimes.
You see me over here? I'm
do.
dreaming right now. Kevin Costner is so gorgeous, just those eyes. Kevin is also a talented musician who not only wrote the score for his new miniseries, Hatfields and McCoys, he also helps comfort families of fallen soldiers through his music. So we sat down with the actor at the City Winery right here in New York.
Academy Award winner Kevin Costner has been pretty busy these days, touring with his band, Modern West.
We used to drive with the headlights out, moonlight on the highway.
He's also set to star in a new History Channel miniseries, Hatfields and McCoys, and he wrote the soundtrack.
Yeah, it wasn't a plan. I just felt like the deeper I got into that character and the more I studied, music started coming out of me, lyrics started coming out of me, and I started relaying them to the band. We happened to be on the road in Europe for a month leading up to me doing that movie, and then a lot of music started pouring out of us, and the producers of the movie heard it and started to say, well, wait a second, it's not Kevin just diddling around, that's really interesting stuff. And out of that, they asked us, Modern West, to score the making of, behind the scenes, and the documentary. And one song in particular, I think, has found its way actually into the score, a theme song called I Know These Hills.
It's a bit of a family affair. Kevin's daughter, Lily, also wrote a song for the TV film. Her voice is rich and lyrical, and this dad couldn't be more proud.
Well, you know, when she was little, I used to help her with the words, you know, Rudolph the red reindeer, you know, and when she was like 1 or 2. And I think probably I have to resist when she's on there, even though she's so good, such a much better singer than I'll ever be. But I admit sometimes I have to make sure that I pay attention to what I do and not pay attention to what Lily's doing. You know, I don't know if love is blind, but I think she's the most beautiful little girl, and and I have beautiful little girls. She's just a really an interesting person. I'm proud of her as a person and as my daughter.
Of course, many of Costner's films revolve around real-life events. In fact, he's been a history buff since he was a kid.
Well, when it comes to history, I don't know. I think I remember my father and my brother kind of watching those black and white David L. Whooper documentaries about World War I and II, and I wondered, how could guys watch the same old war footage over and over? But it's an interesting way when we measure ourselves, when people fight and die for our freedoms. And so it started to take on a new meaning, and the history of this country, the exploration of it, the conquering of it, the actual taking of it, really, it interests me.
The actor is also lending his voice to support military families with his song, The Angels Came Down.
Walking all alone.
And this song speaks to the idea that what happens is angels came down and covered the people that we love the most. And the Gold Star mothers and wives, Gold Star wives, if you don't know who they are just a club that you never want to belong to, that represents women who have lost husbands, daughters, sons to battle.
Whether it's in song or on screen, Kevin Costner's powerful presence continues to win our hearts.
She got caught up in that river's flow.
He's so dreamy.
He really is. See, you agree too. He's
is.
gorgeous.
Handsome.
All right. Man, you can go to our website for a link to find out when Kevin Costner and Modern West might be headed to your city. I think I might be clicking on that today. You can also find out more about the Gold Star mothers and wives and how you can help the healing. That's a good deal.
Yeah, his third CD, by the way, From Where I Stand, it's set to be released in the U.S. this summer, and Kevin Costner is going to be back on the big screen playing
happy.
Superman's dad. How appropriate. Very busy guy. And by the way, really nice down-to-earth guy as well.
Yeah, a lot of people asking just what you see is what you get kind of thing, right?